Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. Jagex has come to our aid this week with some much needed improvements and fixes to the Tormented demons since the release of While Guffic Sleeps last week, and we have a brief update on the Dead Man mode, which starts this Friday. All of that and more to come in this video. However, before we dive into that, I can now officially announce the 2024 subathon for King Condor, which will be happening right here on YouTube. Here is the poster available. I will make this post on my YouTube channel in the community section on my Twitter and be showing it off as much in stream as you guys want. But here is the official announcement. I'm pretty sure it's everything I want to disclose so far during the subathon. It's quite a mess, but that's pretty much a resemblance of my life and the way these subathons go. For those who don't know what subathons are, basically it's a stream that does not stop. I eat, sleep, shit, cook, play games, then do whatever IRL on stream. You guys get to witness every second of it, and the length of which is determined by how much money is donated towards the stream to increase the time on the clock, with the fees obviously down below being $1 a minute. One membership is 5 minutes, and every new subscriber to the channel, which is free to do of course during the subathon, will add 10 seconds to the clock. These are the same rates we did last year. We lasted 15 days. This year we'll be going 21 days before doubling the price of everything, because that's when my real life commitments finally take over and I'll kind of need to start wrapping things up hopefully. But if it goes over and we continue streaming, then you guys are coming to Christmas. So this is just a quick rundown of what to expect. Days 1 to 8, mass Cox with the chat, plus more mass events in between. Every 3 days we'll be doing Bean Boozled, where I will likely shit or piss out of my mouth. Day 10 is a fan favorite with account ratings, which I'm sure you guys are looking forward to. We have day 14, we shave balls. Day 21, I will crush a watermelon between my thighs, which I'm not super confident I can do. And every Wednesday, we will be doing Rune News live. So you can come by and say hi to your mum and let her know that you're on the infamous Rune News channel on YouTube. Along with a lot of gambling, cooking streams, showing you guys how to make some real fucking mashed potatoes, IRL streams where necessary, and more, including possibly my dad coming on for his birthday, trying to get him to kill Jad again. If we can, at least we'll sink a couple beers with him. But this is just a taste of what is to come during the subathon, starting on the 1st of August, along with a bingo, which will be happening on the 1st of August too, to kick off the subathon, right? So if you want to jump in on the bingo, the Discord link is in the description down below. Jump in, sign up, because I think there's only a few more days left before sign-ups are closed. Sorry for the long-ass ramble on the subathon, but I wanted to make that announcement official because people have been asking a lot about it, so this is the perfect time to let you guys know. And now we can finally move on to the Oldschool Runescape update, but first there is a question for you guys to answer in the comment section down below, if you don't mind taking 2 seconds of your time to let me know if you've ever attended a subathon and what you would like to see from me during the subathon that you did not see on that list. I'm happy to steal ideas, and if they're good and popular enough, I will run them on stream. I'm open to any and all ideas, so go ahead, post it down below, let me know what you think, like the ones that you enjoy too, or that you like the idea of, and while you're there, don't be afraid to hit the sub button too, because we're nearly at 100,000 subs, and I greatly appreciate the support. My name is Ryan, you're watching Rune News this week on Rune News. This is Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. This week's update is titled Dead Man Armageddon and While Guffic Sleeps Updates. We'll start off with Dead Man Armageddon, as it's at the top of the post, and in my opinion, the least important piece of news here. We've had Dead Man in the game for the past 10 years. If you don't know what it's about, I'll give you a quick rundown. It's basically like leagues, but everything is PvP and competitive with real cash money prizes at the end, which is essentially a lottery dispersed amongst the top performing players on the leaderboards, which is not just based off of PvP, but skilling, bossing, and any sort of achievements which are required throughout Deadman mode. But the newest changes this year to Deadman mode is the rewards. Cosmetics, specifically around imbued god capes getting a nice skull change on them, a new home and minigame teleport animation, some rugs for your player-owned houses, a dark bow and volatile nightmare staff, corrupted skin, which you can also get one for the Voidwaker and Armador Godsword. And that pretty much wraps up the rewards for what you can get from this year's Deadman modes. They were going to do the Scythe, Tunic and Shadow, and Dragon Claws. I believe the community opted against that, so they are not doing it from what I can see here, at least. Anyway, I could be wrong. But Deadman mode is a very simple concept. It starts this Friday. I will probably live stream the first day or two, but I won't be going heavily on this game mode because it is unfortunately very heavily based on clans and I guess PvP groups trying to dominate each other to get the most potential out of the game modes and the rifts. You can, of course, go PVMing, get some nice drops, sell them to make a good amount of money by swapping gold from the main game, which is legal, but is risky, and do it at your own expense. Don't get scammed, and if you do, sit the fuck down. So I personally won't be investing a lot of time in Deadman mode Armageddon, especially now they don't have the Scythe Claws and the Tunic and Shadow skins, which I kind of liked. So I might play just for the Cape skins for the Zamorak, and I don't think I'll go with the Teleport because I've already got the Burning one, which is pretty nice. The Volatile stuff looks good, but I can't imagine ever using it in the main game. But if you like these rewards, or you just want to play around in Deadman mode and make a bit of money, absolutely go for it. But just beware, you will get absolutely dominated when you run into a team. That's the rundown for Deadman mode. It starts on Friday. Have fun and stay safe out there. Now, to more important things, while Gothic sleeps. This has been a little bit of a controversial update this week. Some drama amongst different content creators. And of course, the Burning Claws were named the Bone Claws, which was probably the biggest disappointment of last week's entire fucking update. Thankfully, this week, Jagex brought it back. They're no longer Bone Claws, they are back to Burning Claws, and that's how we fucking like it. So, Burning Claws are on the menu, boys, which is an appropriately fitting title and a much better name. They're also adding a UI icon to inside the Gothixian Temple, so that way you know if you're in a zone where you could get attacked by 3 demons, 1 demon, or 2 demons. That way you are feeling, I guess you're less under pressure and less likely to get fucked by these demons while you're in there, which is very handy, of course. And the Tormented demons will also no longer switch to another player while doing their special attack, because that was super fucking annoying. But the biggest part of this update that everyone's holding out for is the drop table improvements. Now, they've removed all of the low tier herbs and some low value seeds. They've removed the fire runes and the vile ashes from the drop table. A lot of low value drops no one cares about. They've increased the value of the alchables, so anything that was adamant dropped by the Tormented demons is now rune. Anything that was rune is now dragon, meaning you'll get a lot more money from your alchables, making it worth fucking alching to begin with. They've added an additional rune alchable, which is cool. We don't know what that is yet. The short bows, battle staves, and malicious ashes drops will now be noted too. So there's less, I guess, need to leave things on the floor. You can now pick them up and hoard them in your inventory, which is handy. Noted drops are big. And the Burning Claws, formerly known as the Born Claws, have had their drop rate reduced by 17%, which I think they were like a 1 in 500 before. I could be wrong on that. I don't know what it's going to be now. Probably close to 1 in 400. It's a better drop rate, which means you're more likely to get your Burning Claws. We like this. Now, with the 17% drop rate reduction and some recent controversy over the Burning Claws, comparing them to the Dragon Claws, people are concerned that the Bone Claws are a little bit too strong for how easy and cheap they are. So Jagex is looking into potentially increasing the spec of the Bone Claws, whether they make it 35 or 40% spec. We don't know at this point. It's completely possible. It's up in the air. There is rumors about it and suggestions from other players that this could be what they're doing. We'll see, I guess, how the Bone Claws perform, or the Burning Claws now perform in the future going forward. But regardless, the answer is, at the end of the day, that the Void Waker doesn't miss. Therefore, the Void Waker is a better spec weapon because it doesn't fucking hit zeros, which is the worst part of any weapon in this game. Moving forward from there, that's pretty much all the Wild Gothic Sleeps updates. Other changes is full of dog shit no one cares about, and LMS is no longer on Osworlds, which means we are no longer racist for the next 7 days. That's pretty much the Oldschool Runescape update this week. We are going to now make you guys a fat amount of money because of last week's update on the Grand Exchange. So stay tuned for Way Green to give you guys some fat tips after this very quick and brief RuneScape 3 news update at Rune News on Rune News. You've been watching Rune News. My name is Ryan. This is the Oldschool Runescape section for Rune News. I'm on Rune News, you're watching Rune News, and this is Rune News. Well, it's been about a week now since Wild Gothic Sleeps has come to Oldschool Runescape, and as we expected, it was better in every way than it was in RuneScape 3, and that's just because of one simple fact, and that's that RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green, and we've got the Bullseye Lantern here for the biggest rise this week, obviously leading up from the Wild Gothic Sleeps. You're going to need a Bullseye Sapphire Lantern to get to the Tormented Demons. These are likely to drop in the near future when the teleport comes to the game, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. Tormented Demons getting a teleport drop, meaning the lantern will be no longer useful. This was a good time to make money, but it's likely that they've reached their peak and should drop off shortly. They might go up actually for the next few days because of the new drop table changes. But overall, Bullseye Lanterns, don't invest the money. Just buy the steel bars, make them, sell them while you can, because that's where the real money is made. Now, of course, the Burning Claws being the latest addition to the special attack arsenal of players in Oldschool Runescape, They are currently sitting at about 37.2 mil and likely to continue dropping if rumors of the special attack changes do actually come to light. Now, these are very dangerous and careful to invest in at the moment if you're doing it for a profit. However, buying them and using them by far is absolutely worth your money currently, considering they give out similar DPS to the Dragon Claws and are half the fucking price. Next, the Tunic and Shadow is actually on the decline here and trending that way. We're not sure if this is going to continue downwards at the moment. The new bow from the Demon Bane weapons at Krill is actually putting a slight snag and some decent money per hour from the Tunic and Shadow. Not a super effective and like widely used meta, but anytime that something best in slot is taken out and something new is put in, it does damage the weapon overall and its credibility. So the Tunic and Shadow is on a slight decline, but nothing to be alarmed of currently. Now, something to absolutely be alarmed of is the price of bolt slippers being under 1 mil, meaning that they are now good value and the time to buy. You're going to want to get these bad boys, especially wrapping up cold for the winter. They're going to skyrocket in price after Dead Man mode finishes. During Dead Man mode, people like to sell their banks, trade up, and invest in Dead Man mode. This is where they dump a lot of their products. This is where you want to start buying these products to be able to make the most money, because when people come back to the main game from Dead Man mode, they're going to be worth a fuck ton more. People are going to want their gear back. So this is the time to start investing in mole slippers to become a rich cunt tomorrow. Tomorrow meaning the end of Dead Man mode. That's going to be the play, and that is it this week for Rune News on the Grand Exchange segment. My name is Wade Green. This has been the Grand Exchange segment from Rune News. You're watching Rune News at the Grand Exchange segment. My name is Wade Green, and you're watching Rune News. Our first Iron Man moment for the week goes to Amber getting a Tormented Synapse at the Tormented Demons. Mildly jealous myself because I haven't had that drop myself. Obviously not doing it on a Slayer task, which is mildly cringe. Get yourself a Slayer task, make it worth it because it's 1,000 XP per kill, but GZ on the Tormented Synapse. Next we have Neon T for getting the Sanguine SD Dust. This is the same person from previous Rune News episodes that has like 50 Avernic Defender Hilts and 2 Rapiers. That's it on their Iron Man. So more useless luck for you. Still no decent purple by the looks of it. Bad luck, but GZ on the GZ on the nuts. Bust a nut. And finally, Deep and Dusty got a Berserker Ring on 2KC from Dagonoff Rex. That's going to wrap up this week's episode from Rune News. My name is Ryan. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you very much for watching Rune News this week on Rune News. My name is Rune News. You're watching Rune News, and this is Rune News. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.